Well. My beautiful people, I welcome you back to my channel once again. Today's matches have ended, and I want to give you a recap of what transpired today in the football world. So, I welcome you back to my channel. In fact, I must confess that Arsenal has struck some fear into their opponents today. You know, we as Chelsea fans, we have been saying that we are only contending for the top four, but I can tell you that who see no chop. If we are given the opportunity at a title run, we'll grab it with both hands. But then I must confess that Arsenal's performance today has struck some fear into my spine. I think they did very well, and they are beginning to lay claim to the fact that they are title contenders this season. Arsenal won their game this evening against West Ham by 5 goals to 2. And those 5 goals to 2, 7 goals in total, were all scored in the first half. Bukayo Saka was involved in about three of the goals. He provided two assists for the goals to be scored, and then he also scored a penalty himself. So, Arsenal, we have to be careful about them again. I have told you on this channel that Mikel Arteta has to be looking over his shoulders because another Guardiola disciple has entered the league in Enzo Maresca. And so this is the last opportunity for Mikel Arteta to actually win the league. Next season, Chelsea will be coming very strong at the league. So I think that they have to do it this season. The points are not too much for Arsenal to overturn. History has told us that they have once overturned a 13-point gap to win the league. And I think that was in 1997. And so they can do it again, I believe strongly. So at the end of today's matches, Brentford won their game at home to Leicester. Ruud van Nistelrooy got his first defeat in the Premier League. Brentford won by 4 goals to 1. And I can tell you that one of the Brentford players made history today, being the first player to score three penalties in the same match in the Premier League. So he scored a hat trick of penalties today to win their match, and that is Kevin Shade. He scored three penalties, so they won their game by 4 goals to 1. Then at Crystal Palace, our own Chaloba was at the heart of defense today. They played a 1-1 draw with Newcastle United. I can tell you in that match, Isaac got injured. So unfortunate. And Nottingham Forest, they were at home to Ipswich Town. Nottingham Forest actually won their game by 1 goal to 0 against Ipswich in the Premier League. Then Wolves were at home. They were defeated by Bournemouth by 4 goals to 2. West Ham, they were the one I talked about earlier, and I said that Arsenal has struck some fear into their Premier League opponent. So West Ham at the London Stadium lost their game by 2 goals to 5. So at the end of the matches today in the Premier League, the table stands at Liverpool still being at the top of the summit on 31 points. They have played 12 games, and so they have a game in hand actually. So they have 12 games, and then they have 31 points. Now Arsenal is at second, and I hope that Chelsea will not allow them to pull away from them. They have played 13 games, and they have 25 points, a goal difference of 12. Liverpool has a goal difference of 16. Then on third, Brighton has also played 13 games. They are on a goal difference of 5 and has 23 points. Then at fourth, We have Manchester City over there. They have played 12 games. They have a goal difference of 5, and it has 23 points. Then in the Europa spots, fifth position, Chelsea is there. We have a game in hand, 12 games played. We have a goal difference of 9, and then we have 22 points. Sixth position, we have Nottingham Forest. They have also played 13 games, and they have 22 points. Brentford is at 7. They have 30. They have played 13 games. They have 20 points. Then Tottenham Hotspur, they have played 12 games, and they are on 19 points. Aston Villa will be playing Aston Villa tomorrow, and Aston Villa has played 12 games. They are also on 19 points, a goal difference of 0 actually. Then Newcastle, they have played their game today. They drew 1-1. They have 13. They have played 13 games, and then they have 19 points. Bournemouth uh, has 18 points at 11. 12, we have Fulham over there with 18 points. Then 13th position, we have Manchester United occupying there comfortably. They have played 12 games, and they are on 16 points. 14th, we have West Ham United. They have played 13 games, and they are on 15 points. Everton is at 15th. They have played 12 games. They have a goal difference of -7, and then they are on 11 points. Leicester City is at 16th, and they have 10 points. We have Crystal Palace just ahead of the drop zone, 17th position. They have 9 points. Then Wolves is at 18th, 13 games played, a goal difference of -10, and they have 9 points. Then Ipswich Town, they have played 13 games. They are on 9 points. Then we have the last person, the 20th position, Southampton. They have also played 13 games, and then they have 5 points. They have a goal difference of -15. So that is what is happening in the Premier League. All right. Now, when we go to the Spanish La Liga, today 4 matches were played. Barcelona lost their game at home to Las Palmas. Barcelona won Las Palmas 2. They lost their game over there. Rafinha was the one who scored the goal for Barcelona. Then Sandro and Silva also scored for Las Palmas. In fact, the Silva I am talking about is a lone player from the Premier League. He was the one who scored the winning goal for Las Palmas. So Barcelona lost their game at home. All right. Then Deportivo Alves, they played 1-1 with Leganes. Then we have Espanyol. They won their game against Celta Vigo by 3 goals to 1. We have Real Valladolid. They lost their game to Atletico Madrid at home by 5 goals to 0. So when we go to the La Liga, Barcelona is on top. They have played 15 games, and they are on 34 points. At second position, we have Atletico Madrid there. They have played 15 games. They have 32 points. Then Real Madrid is at third position. They have played 13 games. So it means that they have 2 games in hand, and they are on 30 points. So Barcelona, watch out. Real Madrid is coming. Then we have Villarreal occupying the last Champions League position. They have played 13 games also, and they are on 25 points. Mallorca occupies the Europa League spot. They have played 15 games. They are on 24 points. Then Athletic Club, they are safe the Conference League position, and then they have played 14 games. It means they have a game in hand, and they are on 23 points. Now, when you go to the drop zone, at 18th position, we have Espanyol over there. They have played 14 games. They are on 13 points. Then we have Valencia. They have played 13 games, and they have 10 points. Then we have Real Valladolid. They have played 15 games, and they are on 9 points. They are at the 20th position in the Spanish La Liga. All right. Then straightforward, let us look at the what happened in the Bundesliga. Now, today in the Bundesliga, I was watching the Bayern Munich match, and it looks like our own Hurricane got a hamstring injury somewhere along the line, and then he was subbed off in the match. All right. But Augsburg, they were at home to Bochum. and then they won their game by 1-0. Now, Freiburg, they also won their game at home to Borussia Mönchengladbach. They won by 3-1. Then RB Leipzig, they were defeated by Wolfsburg by 5-1 at home. Then Union Berlin, they lost their game to Bayer Leverkusen by 1-2. We have Werder Bremen, they played a 2-2 draw with Stuttgart. Then Borussia Dortmund, they played against Bayern Munich. They were at home to Bayern Munich, and they played out a 1-1 draw in their game. When you go to the Bundesliga table, Bayern Munich occupies the first position. They have played 12 games. They are on 30 points. They have a goal difference of 29. Then we have Eintracht Frankfurt. They have played 11 games. They have a goal difference of 11, and they are on 23 points. We have Bayer Leverkusen on third place, and they have played 12 games. They are also on 23 points. Then we have the last Champions League position is occupied by RB Leipzig at fourth position. They have played 12 games, and then they are on 21 points. Borussia Dortmund occupies the fifth position, the Europa League spot, and they have played 12 games. They are on 20 points. Then we have Freiburg occupying the conference league spot. They have played 12 games also, and they are on 20 points. They have a goal difference of 0. When we go to the drop zone, we have Holstein Kiel. They have played 12 games, and they are on 5 points. And they are at the 17th position. You know, the Bundesliga, there are only 18 teams that place it. So the drop zone starts from 17th. Then the 18th, we have Bochum, and they have played 12 games, and they have 2 points. Only 2 points over there. All right, so that is the Bundesliga for you. Then straightforward, we look at this Serie A. The Serie A, we have Como. Como played against Moza, and they played a 1-1 draw. Then AC Milan won their game against Empoli by 3-0. Morata was one of the scorers at AC Milan. He scored, I think, the first goal in the 19th minute. So that is AC Milan there. Then Bologna played against Venezia, and they won their game by 3-0. So that was what happened in the Serie A. When we go to the Serie A table, Napoli is leading the log over there with 29 points. They have played 13 games. They have 29 points, a goal difference of 11. Then Atlanta is at second. They have played 13 games, and they have 28 points, very close. Then we have Inter Milan. They have played 13 games, and they are also on 28 points. Then the fourth position, we have Fiorentina. They have played 13 games. They are also on 28 position. They are also on 28 points, actually. The fifth position is occupied by Lazio. They have played 13 games. They are also on 28 points. So how many teams on 28 points? That is 4 teams on 28 points behind Napoli on 29. Then Juventus occupies the Conference League spot at 6th position, and they are on 25 points. Now, when we go to the drop zone over there, we have Como. They are on 11 points at 18th position. Then Moza, they are at 19th position with 10 points. Then we have Venezia. They are on 8 points at 20th position. So that is what is happening in the Italian Serie A. When you go to the French Ligue A, we have 3 games played over there. Rennes played against Saint Etienne. They played out a 5-0 win for Rennes at home. Then Brest played against Strasbourg, our own Strasbourg, where Santos and Petrovic are. They lost their game, so Brest won their game by 3-1. Those of you who have been watching my report on the performance of our lone players, be rest assured, Monday I'll give you the report on how our players perform over there. So they lost their game against Brest by 3-1. Then Paris Saint-Germain played out a 1-1 draw against Nantes. All right. So when we go to the French Ligue 1, Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, occupies the first position over there. They have played 13 games. They are on 33 points. AS Monaco are on 26 points at second. Then we have Marseille. They are at third position and they have 23 points. We have Lille at fourth position. They are on 22 points. Then in the Europa League spot, the fifth position, we have Nice. Over there, they are on 20 points. Then at fifth position, we have Lens on 20 points. Now, when we go to the drop zone, over there also, there are only 18 teams that play out that league. And so the 17th place is occupied by Angers. They are on 10 points. And then Montpellier occupies the 18th position, the last position, on 7 points. All right. So those are the major leagues around the world, and this is how they fared today. Tomorrow, I'll try and bring you how the others also fared around the globe. Thank you very much. Till I see you tomorrow. Bye for now.